Hello and welcome to another RGT First Impressions review with myself and Marta. We're having a look at a free game today that intrigued me called Disturbed, and as you can see it was created by Brad Moore. Excuse me. As I said, this game is completely and utterly free, and the basic but weird art style intrigued me, so I thought let's take a look, and after a bit of a try of the game I thought this looks like it could be at least interesting. Preferences are pretty basic, as you can see, and they'll look familiar for anyone who plays a lot of visual novels because this game is ostensibly a visual novel. However, it's a visual novel that loves to kill you. Yeah, so another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt and your cow is sick. For some time the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind. You are going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. So yeah, as I said, this is basically a visual novel. You have various options to what you want to do, and as I said, the game loves to kill you, so if you're obviously making any real progress in the game, I would suggest you quick save a lot. So let's go to the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. Maybe it's in the house? Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. Let's see. Open the chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Bethan is also doing quite well. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Dear Journal, I woke one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is all about. So, no details in there as to when, or where, the key is. So, can't go into the shed, so let's go to the crops and see what's cracking there. A path divides the crops you have laboured so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odour reminds you that your plants are decaying away and time is running short. Okay, so we can go into the pen, see what's going there. Ooh, oh dear. A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Now, I've got a feeling that grabbing a mushroom is going to kill us, so let's inspect the water first. You inspect the water, looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Okay, see if... Ugh. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly, your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. That's exactly why I quick saved there. So, inspect the water again? Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's what I was saying. The game loves to kill you, so quick saving is the name of the game here, friends. Alright, so let's continue following the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Now, spoiler alert, I went that way when I was having a quick peek at this game before recording, and you will die if you go in there. But I'll show you the death, because I feel like, you know, you want to see the weird adventure game-esque ways of dying in this game. So let's go to the cave. There is a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Oh no, it's a bear! Oh, whoever could have thought. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realise you have made a terrible mistake in thinking something helpful can be in here. Now, last time I ran away, and I died, so let's see if I can fight the bear. Well, it's probably going to die anyway, but let's try it. You scan the ground and notice there are numerous rocks you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. The bear charges at you as you grab another rock. Tackling you to the ground, the bear bites into your neck. Your body quickly goes limp and you die. Your adventure ends here. This one I said? Yeah. Alright, so, no matter what you do, you die if you go in the cave. Good to know. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. So yeah, as you can see, like, the art is pretty basic. It's obviously just like a sketch, but I actually kind of like the style. It kind of suits the very bleak and grim sort of overtones of this game, and this game is free after all, but there's definitely potential here. I actually quite like it. It's as I said, like, you have to quick save a lot and basically save scum, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. But obviously if you don't like visual novels, then maybe you won't find it so, but I'm intrigued to know more about the story. With that in mind, let's carry on, and oh, by the way, I might do a full playthrough of this game, so yeah. Anyway, let's fit the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. A slight typo there, friend, on scattered, if you're watching, which I doubt you are, but you know, if you are, there's a typo there. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you recall. Maybe he's home? I should have saved, damn. Alright. You walk toward the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and you use it on the door. The door unlocks, so you decide to help yourself in. Observing the empty room, you realise something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You're overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. Okay. Book on the table first. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I'm most thrilled about, however, is that one of my... What? Okay, what I'm most thrilled about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently, another typo, there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick, but what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under and I've lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. This land is dying, and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name to give to this man, but regardless of the name, you've got chills running down your spine. I've got a feeling I'm going to die, but you observe the trapdoor and notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Oh no. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness surround you as you stay in this awful place. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. You there! Let me out of here! The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Well, free her, of course. You approach the woman and lock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. Oh, God. I will now do you a favour. Ah! What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. Oh, God. Okay, right. Yeah, let's quickly skip forward. Skip. Yeah, skip. Alright. Yeah. So, continue down the path. Skip. Inspect the wagon. Skip. Okay. Let's inspect the shack. But let's inspect the book. Skip. Now, can I leave her there? What will happen? That's another question. Let's find out. Okay, talk to her. Skip. Decline. I will not. No, don't go. With nothing else to interact with, you make your way up the stairs. Oh, God. Woo. As you exit, you can hear the woman laugh behind you. The voice causes the shack to shake. You leave the shack as fast as you could. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. Is that going to bite me in the ass? It might do. We shall see. Let's make an actual save. Alright. Okay. So yeah, as you guys can see, like, the world of this is actually really intriguing, and the game is certainly eager to kill you. It might be a bit silly how eager the game is to kill you, to be honest. Literally every choice has the chance of killing you, but I guess it kind of makes sense for the world that we're in. So yeah, it's actually pretty decent for a free game. I have to say, like, when the game is completely free and it's not like a free-to-play game with microtransactions and stuff, it's always like, why is this game free? And obviously this game is fairly basic, so, you know, I can kind of get it in this regard, but it's actually pretty decent so far. After all that's happened, you feel you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Nothing bad could happen if I take a nap, right? Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fell asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling then overcomes you, and you realise who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet. Looking about yourself and your surroundings, all seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen if you stay here. Moving forward seems the only logical option now. Ooh, alright, save. You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? I'm going to go left, see what happens. Why not? After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass towards a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably never would have noticed. Which way should you go? Trail, why not? Oh no. Following such a trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Inspect the grave. You approach the grave, you look at the sword with intrigue. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword, may I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire this sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in darkness. You listen to the spectre and leave the sword. The figure fades out of view. So, can I ever get the sword? That is a very good question. You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. The trail continues on your right. Inspect the lake, why not? You step near the lake and look down into it. Resting underwater is an orb of some sort sitting on the bottom of the lake. There's something strange about it, as if it were calling to you. God. I want to die horribly if I grab the orb, aren't I? But, you know, why not? Why not? You close your eyes and jump into the lake. You open your eyes to see the stones before you. You start to make your way toward it. God's sake. A large fish comes into view. It quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open. You leave for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. For fuck's sake. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. You close your eyes as the giant fish rips your body apart with its teeth. You die a very painful death. Alright. Okay. Yeah, skip. Let's follow the trail, like, I'm curious, if I save here, let's put the grave, what happens? You reach for the sword, before you can lay a finger on it, the spirit grabs your arm. Sharp pain flows over your body as your flesh melts off your bones. What fragments remain fall to the ground. Yeah. Skip, back away, yeah, skip. Okay, so I think you're getting a good impression of this game. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's actually pretty interesting. I would actually recommend, if you're interested in visual novels, that you give this a go. Obviously, it's a bit different to the usual type of visual novel, and the art style is pretty basic, and there's very little sound in the game apart from the occasional sort of, like, the woman laughing and doors opening and stuff like that. But it actually creates a pretty good atmosphere with the basic sort of grey art style, and then the lack of music. It all kind of comes together with the story and obviously the writing, minus the typos and such, to create a very grim atmosphere for this game. And I'm actually interested to see where the story goes. It's a bit kill happy, as I said, but you know, the quick save is right there, so I guess they anticipated that it might be a bit frustrating to constantly get killed. So yeah, I'd say check this one out if you're interested in the story. I'm definitely intrigued, and I look forward to seeing what else Brad Moore does when he actually charges for his game, because clearly he has some interesting ideas, and be good to see what he does in the future. But for now, that's me done for this video, and this is me done on Disturbed. As I said, I might do a full playthrough, or I might just play it in my own time. Haven't really decided. Either way, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.